As you all know, I always come to you with the latest update on the changes that the UK government is planning on implementing, anything relating to migration and changes in the UK. For those who are already living in the UK, you need to know what is going on. And also for those who are planning on coming to the UK, if you're outside the UK, you also need to know what is about to happen. So that's why I am making today's video. So I'll be sharing with you two different plans or changes that will be happening in the UK, and it's very important. That's why I'm making a video about it. So hey lovelies, welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Faith or Johnny, and on this channel I talk about ways you can travel abroad and settle abroad. I provide you with resources on how you can get started, and I also share the latest information or news, will I call it, on this channel as well, so you can stay updated and so you get all the necessary information you need for planning your migration journey or for settling in the UK. So without wasting so much of your time, let's get straight into the video. Please kindly ignore my voice. It's flu season. Like, this is the fourth time I'm having cold. I mean, right now I just have to take it like that. And by the way, if you're living in the UK, you can get your flu vaccine so you don't always fall sick like me. You can get it for your child as well. So yeah, remember I made a video about the statement of change that was published on the 18th of October. If you've not seen the video, go and watch the video. This is the video right here. And part of the changes were the seasonal worker visa. In 2021, that was around October, the UK government launched this visa where they allow people to come into the UK to work for 3 months. The visa is from October 1st to December 31st, allowing seasonal workers to be able to come and work in poultry farms and also to work in fruit picking. I mean, just generally support the agricultural sector to be able to, you know, harvest. But the new changes, the government decided to extend the visa. It's no longer 3 months. You can apply for seasonal worker visa to come to the UK to work in agricultural sector for 6 months. That's, for example, fruit picking, vegetables and flowers. If you be coming to work in poultry, you can apply for your visa from the 18th of October to the 31st of December in the same year. So that's the visa is for 3 months for poultry, and for fruit picking, vegetables is for 6 months. That is like the latest development. So if you're coming as a poultry farmer, you need to apply for the poultry seasonal worker visa by the 15th of November each year. So now they've decided to make it a yearly thing. So every year from October to December, or for 6 months, depending on if you're coming for fruit picking, or if you're coming for the poultry farm, that will determine how long you'll be spending. But it's between 6 months and 3 months visa. So every year now you can start applying to come and work in the UK temporarily. Okay, so what are the eligibility? First, you need to have a job with the agricultural sector and you need to be sponsored. You can apply for this visa 3 months before your due date. So that's to say, if you get an offer 3 months before you resume your work, you can apply for the visa 3 months before. So as part of your application, you will need to prove your identity and provide your documents. So if you apply for the visa within 3 weeks, you get your decision if you are granted the visa or not. You may also need to pay your visa application fee, which is around £259, depending if the sector you're coming to work for, if they're not paying for you, then you need to pay by yourself. But if the company that hired you is going to sponsor you, some of them might cover your visa application fees, but some of them may not. So if they don't, then you need to pay your fees by yourself, which is around £259. And you also need to have personal savings. So this one also depends on your sponsor. If your sponsor is covering for you, you will not need to show proof of funds. But if they are not, you will need to show proof of funds. How long can you stay in the UK on this visa? You can stay for up to 6 months if you're working in horticulture. That's fruit picking, vegetables and flowers. And you can stay for 3 months if you're working in poultry farm. Okay, and you can enter the UK as soon as your visa is valid for up to 14 days before you start your job. some of the things you cannot do on this visa: you cannot come with your family member, and you do not have access to public funds, and you cannot take on a permanent job. That is what is stated. But with the recent statement of change, it is stated there now that they are considering allowing those who move to the UK with the 6 months vegetable fruit picking to be able to get a more permanent job. So that changes is coming into effect. We don't know when, but they are considering doing that. Okay, that is all for the seasonal worker visa. I mean, it is live, you can start applying. And yeah, so now let's talk about the growth visa. So this is like a new visa that you're considering introducing. Remember, during the Truss tenure, that's the former prime minister of United Kingdom, she planned on implementing visa to allow skilled migrants to come into the UK. I mean, to allow more skilled migrants. She planned on adding some occupation to the shortage occupation, especially those in hospitality industry, and I think retail. But when her tenure ended, all those plans that she had are no longer is no longer talked about. But the good news is that the ministers are still discussing the growth visa drawn under the Liz Truss plans. Despite the resistance of the Home Secretary Swala Braverman, she's not in support of bringing more people into the UK, and she even has her own plan, which is to limit migration plans to 100,000 per year. That is what they are considering, and the current Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, is actually considering limiting migration to 1,000 every year, just like Canada. Though Canada is letting people into the country, but they have specific numbers of people they are letting into the country every year. So I think the UK is considering doing that as well. This is not so much good news, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so this is something they are considering. The current Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, is committed to bring down net migration to 100,000 per year, but also has voiced support for the schemes to attract more highly skilled migrants and entrepreneurs. That's under the former Prime Minister Liz Truss. So it seems like our current Prime Minister is not a fan of migration like that. When he became Prime Minister, a lot of people were happy that maybe things will be a lot easier now, or he might ease immigration rules so that more people can come into the country. And sorry to break your heart, that's not gonna happen. I mean, now it's gonna even be tougher. But this is what is still in discussion. It has not been finalized, and this information was gotten from Daily Mail. It's a news outlet here in the UK. And being the fact that my channel is also a news outlet, I'm going to talk about it. So that, I mean, I'm not saying this to scare anyone. It's just like giving you the information to be prepared on what is about to happen or what might happen. This has not been finalized. This is something the ministers are still discussing. And yeah, since they are discussing it, I'm also going to talk about it so that everybody is aware. I mean, my subscriber, of course, are aware. Another challenge is that, the Next boss, if you know Next retail store, Next sells clothes. The Next boss has also called on to the government to let in more foreign workers into the UK because there's still shortage of staff in the retail sector and hospitality. So a lot of businesses and companies are struggling, can't find skilled workers in the UK. There's a lot of shortage and businesses is affected, and this is affecting the UK economy right now. The UK economy is not doing well, and a lot of industries and civil servants are coming out to protest. Train strike, tube strike, buses are going on strike. I heard buses are going on strike in December. I think it's going to be crazy. Right now, the UK is chaotic. Honestly, everything. Nurses are going on strike. Trains rails are going on strike. Buses are going on. Civil servants also have joined the whole strike thing. So right now, the way things are going, I don't know. When we came into the UK, in 2020, the UK was not this stressful. Right now, everything is stressful. Going to work is so hard because getting trained and the whole struggle. I mean, it's just crazy right now. I forget to mention that those people who voted for EU to leave the UK are now like regretting, because I mean, they are not happy about it, and they are protesting as well that the UK shouldn't have left the EU, that they still need EUs. I don't know. This is all I have. A lot of companies are calling on the government to let in skilled workers into the country to support their businesses. Those in the agricultural sector are also calling on the government that their fruits are getting rotten in the farm, no enough people to work in the farms and pick fruit, and it's getting towards Christmas. So many things is not in order. So that is why the current prime minister is looking into the new growth visa. That is the name they are calling it. They call it the growth visa, to let in skilled migrants to come into the UK. But the information, the details will be out in the next statement of change. Always publishing new statements of change to update the recent changes to the UK immigration, which for the October statement of change, I made a video about it. If you've not seen it, go and watch the video and see the recent changes. So in the next statement of change that they will publish, I don't know when, they will also talk about the new changes or what they are doing. And you need to subscribe to the channel so that when that information get out, you get to see it, because I'm definitely going to post about it on my channel. So guys, this is everything I've decided to come share with you. Let's hope that the growth visa comes into life, and I don't know the kind of requirements or what it is that they're looking for when they decide to implement or launch the growth visa, but keeping our fingers crossed, we'll hope that it's something positive. So guys, I have come to the end of this video. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. And guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.